fucking... Okay, it is live. No? Is it? And it has 1080p too. I guess it was OBS. I just started OBS and it decided not to stream at 1080p. Like maybe it's both OBS and Twitch, but yeah, I guess FFmpeg does need more donations because this is unacceptable. Fuck. These people, these dangerous people, they are trying to prevent me from programming in X11. Hey, Orshi. The dependency injection tweet was a banger that always irked the hell out of me. Thank you. Yeah, I'm using Twitter uh, the way it was intended. I just go there, I scream into the void, like some people scream together with me, and then we collectively feel better about it, right? Uh, so, for those who are like out of context, I just like bitching about object-oriented programming on Twitter. Uh, and then Uncle Bob comes to my mentions and like schools me. He doesn't like. He's always very nice, but still. Uh, the actual, yeah. So I want this function. I want to see its source code. I know it's just access to some xlib xcb dot h. Where was like libx mirror? Oh, there you go. Is it this one? X get xcb connection. No, it's not here. Let me. It's libxcb. It's the wrong one. My God. Oh my God. Where is xlib? Subgroups and projects. Proto. Is it an X server? It is not. Library. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's called just lib. There you go. And where is the search? Where's the search? Man, GitLab fucking sucks. Like they couldn't even install GitHub's UI, UX. Where's the C file? There you go. Right, so it's on the display. So there's like DPY XCB connection. That's how it works. And here's the header. So I think DPY display, it's this, right? So display, X display, and this is the X display. Do you have XCB here? Which of them is XCB? I got like 80 likes from calling WhatsApp malware. FFmpeg Google Sheet was also funny, yeah. SQLite. Um, I mean, I don't know. There is some SQLite drama. It usually involves around the. There's like Rastery, right, of SQLite on GitHub. It sometimes gets into drama. But yeah, I usually don't hear anything about SQLite itself. But do you see it here? Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's like private 15. Private 15. So there's no XCB here. That's interesting. Where do they get it from? Oh yeah, you're you're absolutely right. Yes, it is a function pointer. Um, so maybe it's like so it has also it has this one x xcb init. So maybe let's go to this header. Did you speak about new Jai release? I mean, there's nothing to speak about, right? New Jai version dropped like for what? Yeah, today. Yeah, it's like literally a few hours ago. I already downloaded it, installed it. It did not fix any of reports that I have sent. Uh, but I mean, you can't win them all, right? Let's go to this header. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking like what Ilionte will think about it. So the Ilionte says what Ilionte means is so here in the change log they removed a certain instances of auto dereferencing. So auto dereference no longer occurs in cases where the source expression explicitly takes a pointer. For example, if you say f pointer x, then x will not be auto-dereferenced when matching arguments to f. This helps avoid confusion when there are procedures with pointer and non-pointer overloads. I think that's exactly where I got fucked when I was porting Vulkan example, right? Because I passed something by pointer and my incorrect procedure was not taking a pointer, so it was auto-dereferenced. I think this is exactly the situation that got me fucked. So this is actually quite interesting. The reason they state why they added it makes sense, but it's not the reason that got me fucked over. Yeah, so this helps avoid the confusion where there are procedures with pointer and non-pointer overloads. It should be added. Also, it prevents a situation where a stupid ass clown uh, incorrectly retypes procedure signatures by hand instead of copy pasting them. Another reason. It also reduces a certain very mild kind of code rot where you can be taking pointers needlessly when calling a function, and this spreads as you copy that example, blah, 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 blah. Makes me think that blah, blah type equals do foo blah still auto derefs, which is still horrible. Wait. So if you assign a pointer to the variable and then pass it, right? Instead of passing it directly. I mean, we can check, right? We can probably check. Let's check it real quick. Playground. So let's delete all of that. So what do we have here? We have a certain procedure that takes a pointer, that takes an integer, right? And just and prints it. After that, what do? We do it like this, and then we call foo with I. Yeah, and this won't work. Type wanted S64, type given pointer to S64. So this didn't work. Now, if I do A equals a pointer to E, right? And then I do A. Huh, look at this. Still. What do you think about it? Try with a struct around it. Yeah, let's try it out. So this is a primitive. Uh, so, and int is a struct, right? And like this. And then this is gonna be 5, and then let's pass I. So pointer to I, right? Here. So it doesn't let us pass the pointer directly. It doesn't auto dereference mismatch in level of indirection. So it will require me to to pass just I, and then it's gonna work, right? So yeah, I equals 5. But if I pass A, oh, look at this. A gets auto dereferenced. So primitives do not get auto dereferenced, but structs that are assigned to a pointer do. Womp womp womp. So I wonder if it's intentional or not. Hey, essential nonsense. Hello, hello. Because there's no literal struct passing. That funct is actually taking a struct pointer. Yes, it's a the calling. I don't know. I mean, what do you expect? Do you want it to be like in C, so this just does copy all the time? What would you prefer? How does one get to play with Jai? Yeah, it's closed beta. You just write an email, and maybe you get invitation or not. What do you mean move by default? What do you mean move? There's no move semantics in Jai. If you mean like Rust move, I would prefer it to not do any auto dereferencing outside of the dot operator. But that operator, I see what you mean. I see. Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about it. Like, I totally get what you mean. I totally get what you mean. Um, I would say if you remove the reference by doing this, you should also remove the reference by doing this. You should also yell at that. That would be consistent at least. Maybe it's an oversight. Maybe it is an oversight. What if you have a double pointer? So like this? Yeah, automatic dereferencing only travels one layer from pointer T to T. If you want more than that, explicitly dereference the struct. This is actually pretty good error message. I've never seen it before. That's unironically a pretty good error message. I mean, I think in this case it will auto dereference. Oh, it does not because yeah. So I need to do this. No. Huh. Interesting. So it did not. So it did not do it in this case. Interesting. But it did. It did in this case. So I would say like this at least, yeah, at least in this case, it doesn't because it's the same as in a basic type. Yeah, that makes sense. So, but I mean, in Jai pointers are kind of fat, so it still carries like a type info. So maybe I don't know. I would mail this in. Like I can pass a pointer directly, but I can assign a pointer to a variable and then pass it, and it will get auto dereferenced. Like this to me, this looks inconsistent. So I like the new behavior. I like that you can't do this. This I actually like, specifically because I got fucked by it once. But in my opinion, this also should be banned then. I mean, the compiler, so when compiler compiles the program and it sees this, it knows that it is a pointer to an actual struct. So the compiler is like aware of this. And so technically it doesn't prevent the compiler itself. It doesn't, you know, the compiler has all of the information to auto dereference this when it's 2 level deep. Yeah. So the compiler doesn't see it as just an integer, right? So yeah, maybe it's a bug, maybe it is a oversight. Because like the change log, to me, it kind of sounds as if this should be banned. Yeah, I realized that I haven't used terminology correctly. Because usually people understand something different by fat pointers. I just meant that compiler has this information to do an auto dereference if it wants. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just realized that it's not what people usually understand by fat pointers. Yeah. It's like fat pointers is when like on an integer you store some additional info. It like leading few bits, right? Because S64 only uses like 48 of the bits, so you can show some additional data around. So that's usually, yeah. But I mean, you could mail it in and ask if it's intentional or not. But I understand if you at this point you just don't want to be like, if at this point you just don't want to deal with Jai anymore. I would probably mail it in and ask. But uh, these days, uh, John is kind of slow on answering Jai related emails because they're probably grinding on the game hardcore. And also, a lot of the changes in the compiler, they were like some architecture related. So you can see that they are purely like utilitarian to the game. But yeah, with that said, let's maybe get this over with. So see how this struct. Oh, it's not a header that exists. Hmm. There you go. So it has X11 XB private thing. And it has the connection. And we probably need this one, right? So xlib init. But this surely exists. Yeah, xlib init. It still doesn't have. So it has xdisplay. This one has way more information. Oh my god, look at this. And this one actually might have XCB. Does it? Holy shit, it has volatile. XCB. Yeah, there you go. So it has a pointer to XCB private. Yeah. Look at this. So it's a different X display, like completely different X display. It's not the one that is exposed in this. So you see, this one is also an X display, and it's like different. So would it be this one, like private 10 or something? Let me open this particular library side by side, and we will see. And we will see where you are. And there you go. Bad search. XCB. Man, why is it, bro? What the it is a C file. My bad. Where the fuck is header? Bro. You see why search doesn't work. The search doesn't work because these files load asynchronously. Huh. Where's the header? xlibint.h. It's not here. Can I xlibint.h? It's an include. So let's look at it. Which of them is XCB? XCB private. So it's like resource max. Where is resource max? So there's no resource max. So what we can use here? X connection, X data, then free funcs. So this is the private one. FD, right? Then con checker, then minor major, vendor resource, resource ID, resource shift. These are then procedure pointer. This one have byte order and formats. There you go. Then you have screen format. Then you have v number, this private 8 release. Then you have x private, private 9, private 10. So this is XCQ event. QLAN, last request, thread request. Then you have a bunch of private, which is these. Then max request size, this one. Then bucket rec. Focus crash on Omarchi. Oh yeah, you should definitely scratch that itch. And while you're at it, might as well implement your debus thingy so I can just use, Then you have X display this thing, then display name default screen and screens, a motion buffer private 16. This is the flags one. Then key code. Then you have modifier map and key sim, this one. Then private 19. Then X defaults. Oh shit. And then there are more. Oh, and I can't just. It's like a lot more. Oh my fucking god. And you can't just calculate all of these sizes and then just take an offset and take this field, right? You can't. Because C-colon convention lets the compiler reorder the fields, right? Because in Jai you can just like, so Jai doesn't reorder fields. Just deal open the lib. Yeah, well, I was so I wanted just to see if I can just get it. But I guess it will be super like super fucking unreliable. Well, this is all unlucky. It makes me depressed and sad. But yeah, for now, I will just. So for now, I will just link to it. But I guess I will. So I will deal open it in Hitboxer. So in Hitboxer, I will load it. This is just an example. An example, I'll probably just link to it. Whatever. Well, now after we got our disappointment, let me. Yeah, let me keep doing this. So where have I stopped? I got all of that. Oh yeah. So the way it goes is that you create like a fake window, you get the context, then you create an actual window. I think in C you can't. I think in C you can't rely on struct field ordering. Am I insane? Like you have to. So you are required to use offset off operator to get it. If you just try to do pointer math, it's like an undefined behavior or something. Am I going insane? Because like the compiler is allowed to, you know, am I stupid? Compiler should never reorder. Hey, Flyman. Thank you. Maybe I read something incorrectly. Yeah. That's what I meant. Not necessarily reorder the fields, but you can't rely on alignment. Yeah, so you can't know for sure that the alignment will be certain how you expect. So you can't like do, all size of like int plus like 2 bytes of alignment and whatever on like 64-bit machine and whatnot. So you can't rely on that. So what I was saying is that you can't just rely on pointer math to get like an offset, at the end of the struct into some memory, knowing that there is a private member. You can't do that in C. Yeah, because the compiler can change the padding. So yeah. I'm retracting my statement. Not reordering the fields, but how do I say it so I don't sound stupid? Like changing the padding between fields. It defines a bunch of structs with function pointer members and casts them to array of pointers and access them by index. Um, so does it literally like rely on a certain alignment? Is it packed? Or does it just... I mean, if it's array of pointers, if it's array of pointers, then maybe it's fine because they are maybe guaranteed to be properly aligned. Because you know those are like pointer sized, and the decompiler would not be messing with them. So as long as you stick to GCC GNU, I see. But that kind of feels weird because I know that in Jai I can rely on it. So in Jai padding is consistent. Well, at least now. I don't think John like gave us a explicit permission to rely on the padding, but at least for now it is predictable. But anyway, let me open JLX example. There was minimal JLX OpenGL example. So all I want here is to, oh my god, display JLX choose config attribute list. Ah, yeah, I want it with XCB, so X create window and where's visual? So it does the visual here, and it gets visual by yeah, fuck me. So yeah, I guess we're doing focus. All roads lead to focus editor. I wanted to say unfortunately, but it's actually fortunately because you know it's code base that I am familiar with, and Ilionte, my goat, wrote a lot of useful code here. Yes, there is only x64 and LLVM, and LLVM backend can compile to x64, ARM, WASM, and since today, RISC-V, or do you say it RISC-V or RISC-V? If you want to not sound like a clown. That's the question for the chat. Well, it's not the SRC, it's modules. I also realized that I maybe RISC-V sounds like Risk the game number 5. It's also, you know, System V. You know, is it? But this one pronounced as System 5. And risky, it doesn't say that. Oh, pronounced Risk-V. Look at this. Fucking shit. Have they improved x64 backend? Sir Elfman, as far as I know, x64 backend is non-optimized, not optimized. Like at all. Uh, so XB... Shit, I forgot the story here. What was the story with this? So I remember you go to LDXCB. Here you do create GL context. From the display that you get from libx11, or do you? Yes, you do this. Oh, right, you also need to do that. You also need to tell libx11 that you are in charge of the thing. I actually forgot to do this. So let me do it straight up. This is xset event queue owner, and we do display and display. And this thing, it actually, so UI, and then owner is an enum of, since we're here, we can actually just straight up, yeah. So it's straight up owner is x event queue owner. It's this, and where's the enum? There's the enum. Just put it here, and this one is enum of I guess that's how it works, right? In J, and I believe it's S32 because it's in C, so it's like C integer kind of. Xlib xcb owns event queue. We'll just do this. And for a ign xlib xcb, right? And then we do this and like that. There you go. There's some optimization in the front end. Maybe there is. Bro just coding to get things working. Meanwhile, I'll be aligning the of all the functions so they match. Look at this. They are in a perfect staircase. Look at that. But also there is an Emacs magic that lets you do that if you want. Did you catch it? Can your Vim do that? Yeah. uh, right, so we do this. It is not a macro. It is not a macro. It is a Lisp function that is called align regexp, which is an auto-loaded, interactive, natively compiled function in align.el. And if you click on it, you will literally look at its Lisp definition. So this is how it's implemented. Blah, 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 a bunch of Lisp, nobody cares, right? uh, but you don't want to deal with Lua. Understandable. So we said that we are in charge of the event loop. Then we get the connection. Nice. Then, so what's that? Screen, file descriptor. So I get the screen actually, so probably let's do the screen after we do that. Let's just literally mimic the situation. I stopped doing this fucking language after the shit that is logical operators. Oh, you mean Lua? Yeah. Actually, there's new Vim plugin. Plugin. This thing was in Emacs Okay, since version 26. Version 26 wasn't, it was pretty recent. It's maybe like 5, 6 years ago, right? So, no, it was, so align regex is very ancient. In 26, it just got changed a little bit. So that's why it said probably introduced at or before Emacs version, because this is the first mention of this procedure in the changelog of Emacs. So it's even older than that. It's just there was no news before this. Yeah. I don't like Lua for configuring stuff too. I just don't like Lua. I understand the appeal. I totally understand the appeal. I just don't like it myself. I prefer configuring shit in the same languages I kind of use in day to day. Because because I'm just fluent in those languages. That's actually also why I don't particularly like Emacs Lisp, because I don't write Lisp every day. In Lua, a logical operator doesn't return true or false, it returns either the first or the second operand. Eh. I mean, it's kind of like in Python. Right? So if you go to Python console and you do one or two, or one or two, you see you get one. You don't like get, you don't get true, right? Or for example, you do A and like B, you get B, right? And if you get, for example, empty string and B, you get empty string. So it's kind of can if return values in Python? Uh, no, but there is a special operator. So you can do if x, then you get this. This is like volors. They call it volors. Like A and B. So you can do print x, and x is gonna be equals to b, right? Uh, Pretty much all interpreted languages do this. Pretty much all interpreted languages do this. Uh, so because in dynamic languages, you can reassign types of the variables. And in dynamic languages, you usually have concept of truthy and falsy values, right? So for example, you can do like bool and empty array, right? An empty array means like false in Python. Or maybe like empty object, right, is also false. Or like empty set is also false. And kind of, so in Python you just know that empty string is gonna be falsy value. So if you do and like this, you will get false. You can also do a number here, you will also get false, right? So uh, and you just kind of have this convention where you can do it, but at the same time you can like assign this to variables. They take it from the Boolean algebra. Yeah, kind of like this. Yes, somewhat like that. You know where, in which language it is an issue? It is an issue in JavaScript, unsurprisingly, because if we go to JavaScript console, I know this is kind of derailed from X11, but since you asked, um, yeah, because in JavaScript there is null and there's undefined, right? And if you let's do this. So Boolean by default is false. right? So null evaluates to false, undefined evaluates to false, right? Empty string evaluates to false, right? Um, but, for example, empty array evaluates to true. Empty object also evaluates to true. So this is food gun number one. The second thing that you have is that because there is null and undefined, and there's empty string, for example, and zero, if you do something like a equals, let's say empty string, right? Or blah, 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 you get blah, blah, blah. So kind of like in Python, like makes sense, right? This evaluates to false. We go to the second one, we get this one. Uh, and also, if you do this, you also get this one, right? Um, but sometimes you need to assign a value, you need to reassign a value only if the value doesn't exist. So only if the value is undefined. For this, right, you actually use not this or operator, you use double question. You use this operator. And this operator works in a sense that if the value is an empty string, you will get an empty string. So this will get you the right side only if the left side is null or undefined. And you know why you need to distinguish empty string from undefined? Because sometimes empty string can be a valid return from somewhere, but undefined and nulls you kind of have to handle separately. So now you have two kind of similar logical OR operators that operate on a different like left hand side things. And this is a source of so many fucking food guns and bugs. You just have no idea. JavaScript also has ternary. But then you would have to do a equals, like undefined, then else, like, something like that. So you would have to do this, and then it works. And yeah, this is kind of shorthand to deal with undefined. This is shorthand to deal with all sorts of stuff. Ah, I see what you mean. Well, JavaScript also has this. So you can just say you can just do. Actually, this might be non-standard. Yeah, this actually might be non-standard. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I've like, yeah. I don't know where question mark got added. I don't know. Ooh. But yeah, you can sort of see why it can be an issue. But it's also it is kind of useful in interpreted languages because they are they're very lousy with types anyway. So who the fuck cares? Like go wild, right? Just write tests. And then the TypeScript to accommodate for that, it gives you like crazy fucking union types. How many string types are there in JavaScript? I mean, JavaScript just has a regular string type. I mean, syntax, yeah. So single quotes, double quotes, backtick quotes, they are all equal. It is all just strings. Yes, so those are not different string types. Those are all just strings. So yeah, it's not different types, no. It's like in Rust you have like string, capital string, have like string reference, right? You have str. Holy shit, VLang mentioned. Yeah. Guys, you are too entertaining. You're way more entertaining than X11, so I can't fucking. I can't get myself to do it. Where is context? Yeah, create GL context. There you go. And this GL context was under here. Yep. And XCB display. Yeah, XCB GLX opts. There was the one. There was the one. Oh, it's in the same file. Yeah, there you go. So I remember I just copied all of this shit. So let me. I think I need to remove all of that. I'm pretty sure I need to delete all of this. Protocols, delete, WM, change property. Yeah, so I need to delete all of this. And I need to put it after we create a JLX context. Because first we will get the context with a fake window, just like on Windows, by the way. I mean, X11 is one of those things that there is a lot of existing code for it. So yes, it is not very well documented, but so the way you're supposed to write X11 code, unironically, is that you're literally supposed to read the spec. X11 is one of those technologies that has very good spec, and it is actually useful. Unironically, this is for core protocol. When we talk about extensions, there are two primary sources of good like X11 extensions code. First one is there's like one blog. Uti, where is he? Bro. Yeah, this one, this guy. So hutiblogpost.com. This dude is a source of kind of X11 wisdom, and he still blogs. So he is the guy for who like this is kind of the guy that's like to-go resource for X11 input. So he's like X input hacker, and he's like I would say the X input hacker. So his blog has a lot of knowledge about how to handle input devices on X11. And second, kind of the best resource you have for X11 code is either Qt or Chromium source code or like Firefox source code. Those like probably the best like X11 related code bases you can have. And I think Qt in particular because Qt uses XCB and it's just like very good. Yeah. So X11 at least, so the point being, at least for X11, there is a lot of good code. The code that uses X11 in a very, very like reliable manner. Because, I mean, Firefox behaves very well under X11. It almost like never crashes. It performs very well, and stuff like that. Qt is probably the best UI library in the world, like by far. There's nothing like comes even close, and so it has very good X11 support. So at least there are code examples. With Wayland, it's kind of worse because the protocols are like you read protocols, you don't even fucking know what they're needed for, right? You don't even know how to start implementing them. So for Wayland, the way I think people learn Wayland is literally by word of mouth. You just go to free desktop IRC and you beg people to help, or I don't know, you go like ping like Vaxry on Twitter, Hyperland Dev. He usually is like very responsive. Or you go watch Spherophoria on Twitch because he done a lot of Wayland code, right? So this guy, did they fuck up his name, by the way? I did not. Yeah, yeah. This guy, he has a lot of like Wayland streams and stuff like that. He also kind of figuring out on the go, but at this point, he's pretty like experienced, so he knows a lot. But yeah, I found Wayland documentation to be way worse than X11. Well, X11. So yeah, but it's it's just like my opinion. What is WSI load? I forgot. I see. It's just the loading procedure. Yeah, just loading procedures. I already did that. So I don't need this. Right, so this is all GL load. Um, display, we have it. Assert GLX create context. Where is the window? GLX create window. Wait. Create dummy window XCB. This is what we need. So this is literally. Is there anything? Yeah, only structure notify exposure. So this is kind of dumb one. But you need to flush it. I see. I want to invent a new word for describing something that is almost perfect but just have one horribly annoying flaw that makes you angry. Ilionte. Horribly annoying flaw that makes you angry as shit. Um, Let me think. Infuriating. It's like masturbating, but infuriating. I think the Ilionte usually talks about two main flaws: is automatic dereferencing and context. So I think automatic dereferencing is the thing that pisses him off the most, if I were to guess. But I don't know. I mean, am I right or am I missing something? What's wrong with context? I mean, I'll let the maestro explain. uh, Flawed masterpiece. Auto dereference is up there, about the same level wrong as the wrong calling convention. You mean const reference, like const. How do you write? Like you mean like this, right? When it comes to passing structs around. uh, so we do this gl load. We need to Create a dummy window in order to initialize target JLX context, kind of like on Windows. So what we do is fake window ID is gonna be XCB generate ID, connection, then XCB create window, so let me check the signature. Motherfucking signature. There you go. Let me just straight up copy paste it. And then I do. So C is gonna be on. And depth is gonna be copy from parent. WID equals XCB fake window ID. Then parent is gonna be screen. XCB screen. And this is all equal signs. Then XY 0, Y is 0 with. Why do you do 100 by 100? You can't create, is this because you can't create like 0, 0, you know, like empty window? Or is it just some arbitrary thing you haven't even tested? I wonder a class, a window class T XCB window class inputs output. Then visual is going to be visual from the screen. So screen, root visual, visual. And then mask is going to be an array of, it's not going to be array, it's an enumeration of XCB. So it's a back pixel and event mask. And then the actual value list is going to be an array of screen, so white pixel, right? And these masks. So let me just straight up copy paste that. Actually, I'm pretty sure you don't need to do this on the second one. And that would be it, right? And then we flash it. Yeah. I'm doing this event of code like event, and on day 10 today, first part was static problem and second part is simulating semi-chess game. Guess I'm kidding. Yeah. Java isn't verbose because you can't have a constructor with multiple parameters. Instead of calling for each field. What? I mean, you mean can have a constructor with multiple parameters? Yeah, can. I see. Because in Java you can have multiple constructors, all of them with multiple parameters. Yeah, Java is not verbose. Yeah. Java is not verbose. I am not verbose compared to Java, and I am pretty fucking verbose. Right, we created a dummy window. And yeah, so fake window, let's just call it like this. Fake window, yeah. Do I like need to check it for return? Because XCB create window, it does return a cookie. I can use checked, but also, who the fuck cares? I mean, come on, if I get a connection, the window creation, it won't fail, right? Who are we bullshitting here? Anyway, where the fuck is dummy window? There you go, that's the dummy window. Yeah, and then we create JLX window after we create a context. So after all this, we need to do JLX window, and I guess we need to create fake window after we get the context. So let's maybe take it and let's get it all the way like here, I guess. So we get JLX context, we blah, 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 blah. Then we create JLX window. So this is a display. What's that? So this is the context. And there's also config. Yeah, config. So I think this one and this one. Right? Create context. It's here. Now it's EGL. I need the second one. That's on JLX. There you go. Here it is. So what we return? Wait. Am I stupid? I think I'm stupid. Yeah, it's the wrong one. Fuck. Create context equals display. Huh. Where is create context on the JLX? Am I getting filtered? Is it in like JLX file somewhere? There's no in a file like this. Okay, let me go and find JLX. This has to be some kind of like a big fucking so it's JLX lib. There you go. And create context is, oh, this one. There you go. Yeah, this is the code. Whew, found it. Link above. Well, I found it myself. Anyway, this is all of this code. all of this code and return glx and best fbc, and best fbc is the one here. Yeah. This is all I wanted to check. And so this is context, this is the best fbc. And then I pass this one to glx create window, which is here. This one is called GL capital X create window display. This is best FBC. So it's FBC is frame buffer config, I think, if I recall correctly. That's what it stands for. After that, yeah, this is the fake exhibit window. So we get like fake window, and then null. And then we call glx make current. It's make glx make context current. This is the one. Context current. And we pass display, then glx window. Then we need the context. So glx context. Yeah, and I think at this point glx must like be created. It doesn't even return. Yeah, it just returns void, like straight up. You don't even need to check its return value. Excellent people think this should never fail. Actually, I mean, it probably fails. So the way you handle errors and xlib is you have some weird ass like fucking callback that you register kind of like an OpenGL. And then in this callback, you will get some like bad window. And this will also get printed to the console. That's one of the reasons why people hate libx, and because error handling is as bad as an OpenGL, right? What do we have here? I just went at him in the comment section. Hey, that's my boy. Imagine if you have YouTube feature for tech videos for if you have lots of dislikes and bad comments, you get muted to appear proportional. I mean, it can be abused, right? Everything like this can be abused. That's why automatic reports, like automatic bans due to a lot of reports, is bad on all platforms. Well, it is a trade-off, right? Because sometimes somebody actually like posts some fucking illegal shit, and in probably like 99% it will work as intended, but then there will be that one case where somebody gets mass reported by like a popular blogger and their account gets nuked or something like that. But yeah, removing dislike counter is shit, is bullshit. They really shouldn't have done it. So you do this. Then what the fuck is this? Why do you call... Why do we call it second time? Display drawable read context. You need to pass it twice. So it's like this. Facebook adding dislikes. Yeah, I mean, Facebook at this point is kind of a lost cause, right? Because everything is dead on Facebook. It's like AI bots posting engagement baits and other AI bots like reacting to it. uh, so let me check like a minimal example. So this one is FBC. Choose visual, color map, event mask, create window with that visual, context attributes. Yeah, we get context. Then you do make current. Huh. Oh, 2009. Okay, never mind. Like, uh, usually Linux code gets outdated after like couple years, right? Whatever is written in 2009 will not work at this point. If it by the way, what does AI do? Let's see if it looks, reasonable. Um, so it does create context. Not quite like this, but mm, interesting again that this one doesn't even try to choose like minor and major version. It's kind of like weird. Oh well. But there was like an GLX example straight from free desktop. So this is more like it. So we get the visual attributes up front. We get the FBC. Then we get the visual from FBC. Do we call that? We do not do that. We straight up get the context. We don't do any like color maps and stuff. We don't do visual here. We just create GLX. I guess maybe creating GLX window is fine if you only do XCB. Maybe. Let's just keep doing this. So I don't understand why you would do that. Why you need to do it like this. What I assume is that this just kind of deletes the config on like a root window or something. This deletes the context from the root window or something. I don't know. But then it also destroys this. Why do we do that? I don't know. Hey, long boolean, by the way. I've always used it for memes. It's good if you have a lot of friends that do the same, but with reels and shit, it's an interface for Instagram at this point. Yeah, I feel that. I don't use Instagram or Facebook. My wife uses Instagram, and yeah, like it's just fucking brain rot and very insanely targeted ads, like super like uber targeted ads. So I don't understand what this is doing. I would have to like so this is like something you just open GLX spec and you read why you need that. And I remembered at some point, I read about it because this rings the bell, you know. Anyway, where do we have it? So make context current, and then we do this. So in this GLX, so GLX, and then XCB destroy window connection and fake window. So here, this is display. This is display. We'll do this. Doesn't even. What? No. So what I want to do now, if I want to go build examples and see if this like still. 1 second. Let me just do it like this. Yeah. So it doesn't get compiled because connection and declared identifier don. It's con. Declared identifier screen. It shouldn't be like XCB screen, maybe. Oh, is it? Yeah, it is XCB screen. Yeah. So it is XCB screen. Also here, XCB screen. Type wanted. U32. Type given. Yeah, this should be XX. Mismatch level of indirection. Type wanted use. What the fuck? Let's go here. Dummy window. No. Here, this is goes back. Create dummy window. It's root screen. Sorry. So this is a root. Yep, correct. There you go, compiled. Now let me see if it actually, I'm pretty sure I can just do. Right, so where is it segmentation faulting? Crash, try to write or read to invalid memory because because it probably tried to like to do like somewhere here. Because this code it's not like really fully migrated to GLX yet, and also I need to like create a window with correct visual. So not root visual. I need to use like visual that I get from the context and stuff. I want to do like a small bathroom break before I do it. Yeah, so let me put BRB and I'll be right back. I am muted, yeah. I was just saying that I need some doping, and my doping will be music. Yeah. Nothing like serious. So let's continue. By the way, Ilionta, do you remember why do you need to do this at the end? Why do you need to make context current with 0 like window ID and then destroy Jerik's window immediately? I mean, I get destroying the fake window. Why do you need to do that? I want to destroy the temp XCB window and the context is still bound to it. Even though you call make current already, so even though you call this, well, I guess you create JLX window that is bound to fake XCB window, right? So you create JLX window. You make the current context for this JLX window. And then you need to clean up. Yeah. But where do you get the context then? So you destroy all of this, but I guess this one remains, right? It's just like unbound from any windows now, or how does it work? Wait, let me. Yeah. So does this just like free this particular context out of any? I see. So it sets the context, but these, they are not necessarily attached to the context. This is just kind of auxiliary information that you don't really care about. They are only needed because of this function signature, yeah, right? Kind of. And so you need to like get rid of them. Context on temp window, load the GL function pointers, then destroy tempx window, and later rebind the. Yeah, I see. So yeah. The context can be rebound. I see. Any particular reason why you load procedure pointers after creating the context, or no particular reason? Is there anything like bad in loading them before all this? Correct libgl for the correct pointers. So but how does it know? Because you just call get proc address. Do you mean that get proc address, like under the hood, it like looks into the context for the current thread, or what does it do? Like why, you know, how does it work? It looks at the context to get the handle to the GL lead, to get the handle to the library. The fuck? That's super weird. I will have to, like, I guess, do some reading on my own. Okay, so anyway, so now I need to rebind this context. I will just try to do it my way, because I load procedure pointer super early, like here. And this one also loads glx get proc address. So we'll see if it like changes anything. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. So, and now what we're doing, we're using this context to actually, you know, so create GL context. What does it return? It actually doesn't return anything. I guess it just sets the context on the... So we need to find usage for these. Create GL context. Where is the LD XCB? There you go. Right, then create window. For EGL, there's a JSON like the one for Vulkan, which tells the generic EGL which libgl is O to load for each graphics driver in the system. For glx, there's some magic that I don't fully understand that decides which libgl gets loaded. I see. And I guess having context set for this thread like helps it. Somehow. So maybe if that's the case, then maybe I will have to get all of this code a part of my loader. Context somehow is tied to that information, which is then used by getProc address to get the correct pointers to GL functions. I see. This kind of sounds bad because it means that this code becomes crucial for actually loading procedure pointers, which I guess means that it must be a part of my loader, right? So I can't just get and reliably load a bunch of procedure pointers. So maybe that's actually what happens. Maybe this is actually what happens. So I guess this will have to be a part of my loader, where I just go through all of this code path, I create fake windows and whatnot to get the context, then I load all of the procedure pointers, and then my actual usage code, like application code, it doesn't have to know about any of this. It just creates a regular window and it has context kind of pre-made. On my system with Mesa plus proprietary NVIDIA driver, it was required. I see. I see. But then, like, what do we do with people who want different context, like different major minor? I guess major minor version is something you set on the loader when you load it. So that kind of makes sense. Yeah, so I will have to think about how to factor this all out. And also it's like, what if the user wants some kind of different config? What if the user wants, you know, something different here? Do they like specify it up front somehow? Like, do I abstract it? Bro, what the fuck? No, but I mean that I need to load procedure pointers, right? Yeah, I know you can do any param combination, but isn't like this the place where you set what do you call it? Like MSAA and stuff, or no, or no, or not? Like double buffer, what the fuck is this? Also stuff like, I don't know. So I guess the point is GL context attributes. So it's not like GLX. So it's something because in EGL code, if I recall correctly, was it somewhere here? Yeah. So you see in EGL you have to call like EGL swap interval. It's for vsync. This is not for MSA. This is vsync. Where I choose GL stuff. I see. Where do I even choose GL stuff? I actually just do it when I load GL. I don't even like. So I don't choose it now. It's just like I have GL load. The fuck. I kind of just do GL load, and my GL load is kind of very stupid. It just loads a bunch of crap, and when it loads procs, yeah, it doesn't even set any major minor version here. Yeah, but it's for GLX, isn't it? Or this is where you set it. Like the OpenGL major minor gets like set by the platform one. Well, if I open EGL, because I'm kind of more familiar with EGL at this point, the way EGL does things is EGL display. Yeah, so you see when you want MSAA, you kind of have to like put it on the config that's EGL specific. And I would assume it's the same for GLX. It's also like GLX specific. And then yeah, here's the context. It's also like platform specific. And then you create context, and then you make context current on display and surface. But on EGL, this is independent of a particular window. So yeah, you have a display here, but this display is actually... So it is EGL display. Yeah, it is EGL display. But the way you get it is you just literally pass connection and specify the platform. So you don't have to create like fake windows or stuff like that. Which is very fucking convenient. So this crap. So this crap should probably also be like factored in. Yeah. So I guess it. I'm just thinking kind of about user-facing API, like what I want to expose to the user. Maybe to the user, I want to expose kind of independent, like platform independent numbers. Kind of like, oh, I want OpenGL 4.6, I want MSAA, and I want like X amount of samples, I want like vsync. And then under the hood, I just convert it to EGL or GLX depending on what you do. And the user don't even need to do it. And if the user wants to do it themselves, just like factor the code out a little bit and give them a separate loader so they can, for example, load procedure pointers themselves. Kind of like that. Maybe? Okay, we'll think about it. For now, I guess I'll just keep it here and keep porting. Because yeah, it's just... How do you do it? Like, how do you do it in a nice and as much of a platform independent way as you can without exposing too much of this crap to the user? Hey Zones, hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I actually think that we might put something more chill. Firestarter Ost is too hype for this time of day. Experiencing interruptions. Yes, I do. Okay. Don't worry, I'm not staying long, just checking in. I don't worry at all. Like, oh no, Zones is on the stream. Start worrying. No, I mean, welcome on. Stay as long as you want. Right, so create window. So we do a bunch of these here. So an actual window. An actual window is here. So this is an actual window. This is our actual window. So we create make context current. At this point, we don't need fake window and GLX window anymore, because all we needed them for is to create GLX context. Now GLX context is bound to the current thread and we can get rid of everything else. And then we will rebind this context to our actual window down below, like this. Excuse me. Right, so we have our window, generate ID, set a bunch of attributes. Do you actually need to have attributes of OpenGL here? No. Doesn't look like it, right? Yeah, doesn't look like it. Then you do this. Where is the visual? You still just use root visual. So nothing really changes here. Then what we do here, a bunch of properties. So atom string, delete window. Where's the delete window? Yeah, there you go. So delete window, a bunch of atoms here. Set window title. We do it here. We do it with change window property, so slightly differently. And where is actually all of the OpenGL situation? X input, map, and flash. So it happens after we display the window. So here's create GL surface. It's where all of the OpenGL juice, I guess. And XW is what? XW, yeah, it's our X window. So this is what we need. And so I guess we can create surface after we map the window. I wonder if it doesn't make any difference. Where do we actually do it? So here where we map the window. So this particular program only maps the window kind of after we do a bunch of OpenGL stuff. So maybe let's do the same, let's try at least the same thing. So let's try the same thing. We will disable vsync. Actually, does GLX even do vsync? Because if GLX did a very easy vsync, then X11 would not have tiering. Well, assuming, of course, target programs, you know, use OpenGL and stuff like that, but there is GLX swap interval, actually. There is. It's like, it's as an extension. So maybe I should just use it. So we might try it out after we are done with this. Yeah, so for now, I just want to kind of do this. Let's check create gel surface. And there should be a couple implementations. Where is it? There you have it. Oh, look at this. Window, base, display, base, GL, ops, create surface. So it's on GLX ops. Not in Wayland though. YOLO. Is it the right one? It's EGL. Fuck. Where's the GLX one? WL. This is Wayland. This is EG. This is WGL. What? This is Windows one. Why is it? I guess it means Wayland. XCB EGL. Yeah, here's GLX. There you go. So we have to create new GLX window. That makes sense. And let's do it. I guess after we created the window. After we made sure that window works. So I guess here. So like here. Here we actually bind our GLX context to our actual window. So we need XLib display, we need best CNF, so best config, and we need context. Again, GLX create window. So here I also have GLX window. Let me maybe... So fake GLX window. Right, so let me... Right. So this is actual GLX window. It's gonna have display. Display. It is going to have config, so best FBC. And it's going to have an actual window handle, so our window. Yeah. Our actual window. And then null for what? For context? I forgot what this is already. So GLX create window, what does it accept? Attribute list. Alright. No attributes for you. And then, yeah. Then you do this. Then you do swap interval. Let me not do swap interval for now. Is this GLX window? I guess this GLX window is the one I'm using to swap stuff around, right? So GL blend, blah, 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 do all of that. This, somewhere at the end, I need to do GLX swap buffers. Actually, when I do GLX swap buffers, it does GLX it accepts drawable. Do you pass it GLX window? Yeah, swap buffers. So yeah, you see, you need to pass GLX window to it, not just window. So it's gotta be GLX window. And anything else I forgot? Build examples. So this GLX window, when we destroy it, it accepts. It's gonna be fake GLX window. Fake GLX. Yeah. So I think that's it. Now we all built, and let's see where it crashes again. Crashed. So faulty address is, so there is an address that we crashed. So maybe this is the situation that we were told about, where because we load our procedures before, like before we grab the current context, the stuff just starts crashing. So let me actually check it in under debugger, I guess. So if we go to examples, xcb.glx.jai, and I put like a breakpoint probably at the very beginning, and then, oh shit, it should be cpp debug. Fuck. So how do I? It's cpp dbg. Yeah, launch, and executable file is gonna be examples xcb glx. Is this enough, or will it bothering me? Okay, yeah, this is enough, and it's probably just straight up uses GDB. Right, so this works. Connection, xlib screen 0. This should probably be fine. So GL load, we'll load a bunch of stuff. Then we get context attributes. We get FBC. FBC is something. Isn't that what crashed? Oh, look at this. This is the faulty address, by the way. This is exactly the faulty address. So this is an address of our frame buffer config. And we get, this is where we fail. This is where it crashes. So this is where we crash. We didn't go that far, did we? So this didn't work. Why didn't work? Well, it returns the pointer to config. Oh, so the focus, it actually uses a completely different like piece of code here. Create context. Pro. Yeah, so when it chooses, fuck, bruh. Oh, where's the link? You want to drop it? There you go. So it chooses the config. Yeah, choose FB config. I guess this is like a wrapper around it. Oh, not quite. Huh. It's kind of like a void pointer. And it's kind of slightly different than the one I have. So it is a pointer to glx fb config. And here in his procs, it's just like pointer void. That's actually interesting. And here it just calls this fbc. And the first one. Well, I guess in our case, maybe we just don't do it. Maybe we need to or maybe I need to just like wait, type wanted blah, type given blah. So config. So dereferenced. Interesting. And choose FB config is this. Right, so it returns pointer to that. That's why it's a double pointer. So this thing is a pointer to this. And we get the pointer to it. So what we need to do is instead of doing first, we need to sort of dereference it. Is this right? It is. Now it compiles. It will still crash though. It actually crashes at the same exact address. Does it crash here on dereference though? Best FBC. Yeah. Choose FB config. What does it even do? Screen attribute list elements. Errors. Null is returned if an undefined glx attribute is encountered. Screen invalid or DPI does not support the glx extension. But it doesn't return null. Yeah, so it does not return null. So display screen attributes the data and pointer to number of elements. Returns JLX frame buffer configurations that match the attribute specified here. Or null. If no matches are found. If attributes list is null, then JLX choose fbconfig returns an array of JLX frame buffer. If blah 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 list is null, it returns an array of frame buffer configurations that are available on the specified screen. If an error occurs, no frame buffer exists on the specified screen, or if no frame buffer configurations match, then null is returned. So, but it doesn't return null though. The list is terminated with none, so with 0. If an attribute is not specified, then the default value see below is used. Interesting. That's so weird. Followed by true or false. I mean, these are all correct because I just copy pasted them from focus. What might not be correct though? Xlib screen? I mean, come on. Display. Does focus run for you though? I mean, it will probably run through JLX, through EGL, right? On like Wayland. I mean, I can try. There was a way to enforce it, right? So if I just copy that, actually, I'm pretty sure I had CD. Oh, I don't have focus. That's weird. Git clone. It was on my laptop. I never cloned focus here. Jai first that Jai. I guess I can just. Ooh, shit. Oh. Oh, we have a situation. Those are warnings. Never mind. I don't care about warnings. But we actually have an error. Procedure call didn't match any possible overloads. So file watcher got changed. I guess we're cooked. It's only like compiled. It needs like an older beta. Yeah. So I updated it. I literally updated it today. I mean, I have older compiler. Well, I have the previous version of the compiler on this computer, but I don't have like a compiler from fucking 2 months ago. I mean, I can go and download it, but I don't wanna. I mean, the point is, JLX gears work, right? So JLX supposed to work just fine. Look at this fucking flicker, man. Look at these gears. Look at the size of these gears. Yeah, I'm like not in the mood to unpack previous version of the compiler and check it. Let me give myself like 15 minutes, and if it doesn't work, I can just go and try to load focus. Wasn't there another one? Another one what? Ooh. fbconfig d drawable type. Just in case, GL demo. I mean, GLX gears is enough to test that GLX is working on your computer. Screen. Surely I passed the right screen here, right? It is Xlib screen. I'm not like going crazy. But here, here one, yeah. Global display major version, minor version. Wait. Wait, where's the screen? Wait, what? There's like 50 functions, all of them named create context, and this is one create, yeah, create display major minor compatibility debug. Display. So there's like another wrapper. Hey potato, hello. Display major minor compatibility. Create context here maybe. What did I close it? I accidentally closed it. Ah yeah, there you go. So yeah. Excellent default screen. So this is Xlib screen. This is what we need. Are you breaking things? We are trying to make things work this time. We are trying to be good people. So when it comes to compatibility, where is it? Compatibility is kind of false. Good people spoke. Yeah, we are against bad things and we are pro good things. Create context, GLX, there you go. Compatibility is gotta be false. Create context. The fuck is this? Ah, it's just a GIF. GIF. There's this one, create context. So let's see. So window beater, GBA, true color, Render type, drawable type, red, green, blue, stencil, double buffer. This is all correct. Choose FB config. And then this crashes. Boo-boo. So maybe this is because we didn't load it correctly. Could it be the case? I mean, not really, right? It should be just fine. Well, just in case, let me go here and maybe comment like this out and comment this out and only load. So maybe what if we do GLX first and then load everything else and we build examples. Aha, it's even worse. So now nothing works. Why is that? What did I break? Load procs. GLX procs, libglx. Load extensions, GLX X procs. Then load this. Why doesn't it work? Sir? Is it because I'm not setting the loader correctly? Or I guess something here is crashing, so let me run it under debugger and it will crash, boom, yeah. So which is the name? It's M name. Oh wait, where is my formatter? Ah, GLX choose visual. Is my loader proc fucked? Yeah, loader proc doesn't work. So loader proc isn't working because I haven't. Yeah, loader proc, it kinda should get populated first. And in order for that to happen, let me open glx.gi. So the way it works, it has to get here. It has to get to this loader. Somehow before it does everything here. How is it different from EGL? EGL also has, oh, because in EGL loader is literally the very first one. This is actually very problematic. It means I will rewrite my loader anyway. For now, let's just hard code it and see what's going to happen. Wait, why you broke now? Now it should load the loader the very first thing. What's now? EGL get display. Why does it call populate? Why does it even call it? it shouldn't call it. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, so it shouldn't call that. I apologize. It's because I commented out everything EGL related. Oh, 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 look at this. Yeah, that was the issue. The issue was... So the issue was that we... So the issue was that my OpenGL generator, it generated functions as they specified in XML, and XML put the correct loader at the very end, and my entire code was assuming that the loader will always be first, because it was the issue for EGL and for core. Yeah, who loads the loader? Exactly. And because I literally talked about it at the start of the stream, that I have an issue that my loader function is global, so it carries the previous state, which means that I was trying to load JLX procs with either EGL loader or the core GL loader, which somehow worked, but it probably loaded me like trash versions that crashed. But at least now you see we have something. So we have something, and what is failing, we're failing to create vertex shader. So now we can, I guess, debug slightly further, So let's see where the assertion is failing. Call stack. There's some libc bullshit. Where's my program? Oh, there you go. So it happens where? All the way here, right? So we get JLX window, which looks like a pointer, right? Which looks like a window. Then all of this happens, something, blah 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 blah. Boom, message is what? Message is just a bunch, so error message is a bunch of null pointers. So error message is not even a real string, look at this. Thank you OpenGL for... yeah. For like correct log or some shit. Text variable no debug info. What? Whatever. So it crashes somewhere here. Get program IIV, whatever it is. No debug info, it means that we don't have symbols for it, yeah, because it comes from the driver. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So GL int this. So I guess something is not working for us. And I wonder what. So this is probably where you would need like a knowledge of OpenGL. Another issue might be that we load the loader like to... Maybe we load OpenGL too like early and stuff like that. What if we try... Oh. I mean, yeah, there is a window, right? But it lacks OpenGL context, of course. Because, right, we like... Yeah. So we get a window, whatever, but it doesn't actually do anything, of course, naturally, makes sense and all that. So maybe let's try to do the thing that Ilonte didn't focus, where we only load GL procs with the correct loader. For that, we need to modify this code. So what do we do? So it means that first we load this, right? So we load regular GLX with where's the actually this should be fine though. No. So we need to postpone loading actual like OpenGL functions until we have context, right? So it's like GL load like base, and here we sort of do this part, and then in GL load we like do this part. Right? And so here we load base, so only GLX, and then after we get the context here, or yes, I guess here we do GL load. And now same shit, same exact shit. It did not help. When we load GL, load procs, gl.gy, is there anything here that tries to load? Is there a loader? There is no loader. Because I mean, loaders are platform specific. This like makes sense to me. And just so I make sure I didn't fuck everything up, this is how it looked originally. Yeah, so you load EGL, then you load core. And you do this so you have a correct loader. So I guess that should be fine. Before you do... Oh, before? So like after I get the context, like this, right? Why does it make any difference though? Why does it make a difference? Yeah, it didn't make any difference. Well, it didn't make any difference. Also, also FBC. I mean, this is probably fine, right? I just dereference it. But why does it let me do this, I wonder? I just realized that it's kind of weirded me out that Jai lets me access it like that. It doesn't like change anything, it's just like weird. So Jai lets me access double pointer like an array. I mean, it's kind of neat, but it's also kind of scary. But yeah, so this doesn't work. This doesn't really change anything. It just failed to create vertex shader. Maybe I don't load some needed extensions. What do you think about it? What extensions do we need? I mean, but we load all of the extensions. It failed to compile the shader. I actually don't know. Because error message is also empty. That's a good question. So let me. So GL get program IV. So it's like program 4, or I forgot what it is. Let's go here. And this one. Program objects to be queried. It doesn't return anything. Returns in params the value of a parameter for a specified program object are defined. Brrr. GL true if program currently flagged for deletion. Is generated if pin name is not accepted value. Valid value generated. It's generated if program doesn't refer to a program object. No changes is made to the context of params. How do you check an error exactly in OpenGL? Link step fails, not the compilation. Ah, yeah, because so. I mean. Yeah. That makes sense. Yes. And why would it fail? Maybe I need to try different, like, major. Maybe I need to try different OpenGL version. Maybe like these extensions are too fucking modern. So 4.3, 4.5, these, because I'm trying to load 3.3. I don't know why I did this 3.3. I actually know it's because I think like Jai default loads 3.3. So maybe let me try to load major. Where is it? It's like major. Yeah, there you go. It's like 4.6, I think. Let me EGL XCD. Which ones I load here? Yeah, 4.5. And then OpenGL profile mask, OpenGL core profile B. I don't think I need any of this. Maybe I need to like do this to set debug to true, and then I maybe yeah, it should work. Maybe let me set a different version of the profile. Let me set a different version of OpenGL. It's the same 305, yeah. How do I set debug stuff? Maybe if I set debug, I get like the correct error message or whatnot. Is this done on context attributes? Profile mask, core. I mean, yeah, it does. There is a debug bit. I assume that's the same thing, right? Yeah, mask profile, so mask profile. And then flags debug bit. I think I do. I have debug callback here. And here I do enable debugging. So what is wrong with it? Do we maybe need to like map window earlier? Like map and flash. Maybe I need to do this earlier. Like before I do this. Oh, nothing changed. And I don't even get an error message. Ooh. So what gives? What gives? Oh. So this doesn't really give me anything. And debug callback. Debug callback doesn't even get loaded. It's not even executing. Hmm. Link. Where the fuck is this link? What if I just ignore it? What's gonna happen? Yeah, it just doesn't do anything, right? Just nothing happens. Which like makes sense, I guess. um so what you don't like? What can be wrong? Any maybe extensions that I happen to not load? Direct state access. So I think all of that I am loading. So direct state access. Then separate shader objects, yes. A shading language for 20 pack. The fuck is this? No? But I mean it works. Explicit uniform location. But I mean it works for EGL, so what's going on? Well, so we have two issue. Well, first issue, nothing works, right? Second issue, we don't even get error message. Like the error message is empty. Um, so when I'm generating OpenGL, I only load this. And for EGL, I only load this. So platform XCB, platform base. Check the get function that returns the link status. I think it also returned the link error string. Uh, bu- 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 Blah, blah, blah. This one? It returns void. I'm pretty sure it doesn't return. Yeah, it doesn't return anything. Or do you mean info log? So this shit doesn't return anything. Get program info log. So buffer size, length, info log, characters star, data. Oh, so buffer size. Yeah. What the fuck is length? Maybe I'm not using this correctly. Wait, let me make sure that I'm using this correctly. Program max length and length. Ah, this is the pointer. Returns the length of the string returned in info log, excluding the null terminator. Yeah. And this is array of characters. Max length. So let me just put 1024 here explicitly. Just to make sure. Yeah, it's still all zeros, so it doesn't even set any errors. Doesn't set errors. For a program object. Information log for the specific program object. The information log for program is modified when the program object is linked or validated. Returns info log as much of the information as it can to be a maximum. The number of characters actually returned by length is not required. Null can be passed. The size of buffer required to store can be obtained calling GLGet program. The information log for a program object is either an empty string or a string containing information about the last link operation, or a string containing information about the last validation. It might contain diagnostic, warning, and other information. When a program object is created, its information log will be a string of length 0. When it's created, it's here. Here's the creation. Notes. The information log primary mechanism for conveying about linking and validating. Therefore, the information log can be helpful to application developers during development process. Ay, ay, ay. But it returns an empty message. So we know like jack shit about what happened. How do I get an error message? So I don't get any debug callback calls. Time for API trace or render doc. Oh my god, it's fucking 2:20 in the morning, man. I shouldn't be doing that. Do you have render doc? I have render doc installed. That was the issue. The issue is that my shader cannot get linked and I don't get any error message. That's the issue. So hey Nace, by the way, hello. We are creating shader. Then we're trying to link those shaders. And it can't get linked, but when we try to get the log, it returns an empty string. That is the issue. That is our issue. Let's bust render doc out. How do I use it again? Launch application. Where's the application? It's not Hitboxer, it's Glide. Examples. This. So what do I do with it? Launch. So what next? What's next? Oh my God. Launch. No resource selected. How the fuck do I use this program? XCBGL, maybe, no, it's not running under debugger, it doesn't run. Allow full screen, debugger delay 0 seconds, save, load, capture child processes, enable API validation. So it doesn't do anything, just resource selected, nothing. Can I maybe filter? I need to filter maybe something? No, nothing. I don't know how to use this program. It doesn't do anything. Is this like a bad sign that the render dog can't even run it? Like it doesn't have any call stacks, it has like nothing. What's that? No extensions. Browse for an executable file. Yeah, there you go, man. No, it works. I remember it worked. It worked for me. I remember I was debugging Hitboxer, my other application, and it definitely worked. But here it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't run. Yeah, nothing, like literally nothing. No resources selected, no timeline, nothing. So RenderDoc just doesn't work with this app. Maybe I'm just not doing something correctly, but what else? I'm just literally, this is it. This is the path to executable. It doesn't do anything. Collect call stacks, I know, verify buffer access, what else? Like auto start, I think it doesn't matter, low full screen. Yeah, no, none. Yeah. There's no command line arguments, there is no environment variables that are required. So I guess she just doesn't work. Working directory. I mean, yes, examples. What else? I mean, what else can it be? Well, let's choose different working examples, but yeah, something is like it flashes something, but so it's like something kind of like blinks. How do you say it? Briefly, and then we get to that window. So something like appears here. Maybe it crashed. So maybe the app crashes on assertion. Maybe the app crashes due to assertion, and then it can't like collect anything. Could that be the issue? So what if I remove the assert and recompile it and then rerun it? Oh, there you go. OpenGL not presenting to a window of screen targets, and either not displaying, nothing is displaying, or results are displaying user some other mechanism without the boundary of a frame. Render doc cannot capture blah blah blah. But so it can't do anything. Oh. Yeah, let's run it in a terminal, I guess. So cmd. How do you fucking key render doc? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you. So get key render doc, launch application, this launch, and so it doesn't print anything. It prints std out of the app, but nothing else. It just says that, okay, no, an API, blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. I just removed the assertion. I just removed the assertion. Yeah, so that it doesn't crash. Yeah, so there's nothing here. I guess render doc is fucking useless piece of So yeah, I guess it won't help me. I just need to telepathically do something about it. This is why people. I even have a ptrace. So how do I do it? Do I just? I think this like I probably installed it when I debugged EGL for Hitboxer or something. So how do I do it? Generate new trace. So ptrace trace, and then is this what I'm doing? Oh shit! I hate when it happens. Fuck, 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 fuck. How do I escape? I think I just do this. Ptrace unloaded from. I mean, so okay, I ran trace. So what's next? Trace into this. xeb glx trace. Close. Trace dump xeb glx dot one dot trace. Boom. So what do we have here? JLX choose config, we have attributes, create window, make context current. I mean, it kind of traces JLX, right? You see, it kind of does it by default. So I don't know what these are. This also return true. Temp window creation, where? Yeah, here, JLX create window, there it is. This is the fake one. And there's make context current. And then again, make context current with zeros. And then destroy. Wait, you should see make context current with null before this? But I don't do it. Make context currents are swapped. Zeros before the... I don't think I understand. So here... Here. Here's we do create context attributes. We create the context. Then we create fake window. Then we create JLX window. Then we call context current. And this just literally follows what we do. Here, choose FB config. Right. Then create context. Then create window. Is this wrong? This has to be somewhere differently. Does it have to be different? There should be one more make context current with non-zero window after the 0, 1. Here's the 0, 1. So this is the 0, 1. So this is non-zero. This is 0. And so there should be another one. Maybe I just forgot to call it. Ah, I never did it. I did create window and that's it. I never called it. How did I miss it though? I must have missed it. So destroy window. Yeah, this one just destroys window when it creates context. And then in X11, wait, let me go to the X11 code. So not here, not the fuck. Separate function for rebinding the context in focus. Ah, doesn't go through simp. It probably goes through simp, right? Not from like window creation. I mean, where it gets executed. So here, make current window, make current. Huh? Why no work? Gets caught in the window creation from simp. Yeah, I see, I see. All right, well, let's do this then. I guess I do it here. So, so let's call it here with display. This is our. So what was it exactly? Accidentally closed it. Window in context. Ah, it's just make current. It's not even make context current. It's just gel x make current. This API is so shit. Gel x context. Right, so this is the one. Did I? Okay. So let's build examples and just. Oh, and it works. Holy shit. Thank you. It would have. It would probably take me. So if I did it myself, it probably take me like, I don't know, like 3 fucking hours to read all of the GLX documentation and then figure out what I forgot. Holy shit. Okay. API trace. Well, in my case, API trace would not have helped me because I wouldn't know that I forgot to call make current. Right. I even said bind our GLX context to our actual window. I even wrote a comment, but I never called the function. So I literally forgot. Actually, maybe since I wrote this comment, maybe it wouldn't have taken me like 3 hours. But it would definitely have taken me like at least an hour. But yet Twitch chat GPT, like Claude Leonte. Somebody kill me. In Minecraft. Um, it's actually funny that you actually cannot say that on Twitch. You can go to TwitchCon, you can harass female streamers, and you will get 30-day ban. But you cannot say kill me in Minecraft because you can get permabanned. Go figure. Uh, this is not a legal advice, by the way. All right, so this works. Now what I actually want to check if doing GL load the old way would have worked. Module.jai if, for example, this thing would have properly worked if I like put it here, just straight up. And GL load, if I just call GL load, and the second one, if I just don't call. Build examples, and now let's see if this, so it still runs for me, right? So it still runs for me. But you're saying that on NVIDIA, for you, there was an issue to do it. Let me actually comment about it. So apparently loading OpenGL proc pointers right after getting glx proc glx get proc is problematic because of proprietary NVIDIA drivers. Instead, you need to get glx glx. So the way it works is that you get all of the glx procs, then you get the context, and then you get core procs, and then it works, right? So you can get all of the glx procs just fine. You just need to postpone these ones until you get the context, right? Is this correct? Context, then that is bound to the current thread or through a fake window. Then you can destroy that window and only then load actual GL procs. So we probably need to split this into two parts. The one that loads glx, EGL. Yeah, it's very similar to how you do it on Windows, yeah. You also like load WGL crap. That gives you load like a fake window. You request a context that you want, and then you can destroy that fake window, and then you can kind of attach to the correct one. But one of those sets were for sure wrong because there was a proper context bound. I see. So it would be cool if you can at least like maybe there's some info you have, maybe some like discussion in like focus Discord, or maybe some like links online that tell about it, because I don't have Nvidia card anymore. I used to have 470 GTX, 1070 GTX, but unfortunately it's busted. Like I can't even plug it and test it anymore. So yeah, that would be cool. That loads glx EGL, and then the one that loads actual GL to verify though. Old card, so it wouldn't even help having that. Yeah, that makes sense because now there's like kernel drivers and shit. I see. Fuck. Well, at least this shit works now, right? And here we would load glx first to make NVIDIA happy, right? Here we would load actual GLprocs. See comment in. Guess that's it. Yeah. So, well, this actually works. Well, I broke EGL1, right? Because I don't load it anymore, but I need to rewrite loader so that loader procs they don't get on top of each other. They don't step on top of each other, and on top of that, uh, you don't actually want to load EGL and GLX at the same time in the same application, so the loader should accept some kind of a configuration that will tell it what exactly to load, right? And in an actual program, I guess the program would try to load EGL, like on a potato computer, load both. Uh, okay then. Well, if that's the case, then I just need to re-architect so that the loader is not global, and that's probably gonna be fine, right? Also, before I forget, let me uncomment asserts. Uh, let me uncomment asserts. So yeah, I'll just need to re-architect the loader then, so it's not global, so it's not shared between the loads. Tries to connect X or Wayland and only after it loads. I mean, yeah. I mean for X11, of course. I don't mean for like, oh, load GLX if we're on Wayland. No. Yeah. I meant for X11 specifically, if it's safe to load both or not. And why? Why is because you will load core OpenGL only with one of these loaders, right? You will either load it with EGL or with GLX. So it doesn't make sense to have both. I guess the way it probably works is that, you know, if the user says, I don't care, if the user says, I don't care, we would try to load EGL. I'm sorry. We would try to load EGL, see if things working, and proceed. Otherwise, we would just fall back to GLX. Um, yeah, of course. But I mean in a situation when you kind of load X11 code path, regardless if it's a fallback or not. It's just, I remember, so Tool had this issue where EGL just didn't work for him. And I wonder, like, at which point you get this information, right? At which point you get the error that something is wrong with EGL? How do you even, like, check that? I guess I would have to, I don't know, like, borrow his computer or something like that. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't want to go and buy some fucking old ass Nvidia like laptop to have it as my test machine because that would be stupid. It's not like expensive, it's just I don't really need it for anything else. Let me like comment this, not comment, commit this, and oh yeah, this needs to get fixed. Mm, whatever, so it's just make GLX work somewhat, and to do like fix loader ordering issues, and also the fact that loader assumes that the loader proc will be the first, or make bindings generator always put the loader first. I like that you're writing this to do in a commit message. This is actually so stupid. The only reason I'm doing it is because because uh, I'm actually kind of tired and my brain just didn't. Bro, can't even copy the text. like this. Yeah. So I'm just gonna commit this, and then I'm gonna go to the module, and I'll put this to do at the very like fucking top of the file, like this. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So that will conclude the stream. Thank you, Ilionta, for help. And I'm not even gonna raid anyone because I'm so tired. Like, go find someone else to watch. Or go to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow if I'm not too tired. Thank you for watching. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Twitch. I'll see you all tomorrow. Probably, yeah. Bye bye.